honestly, I did not hear much people talking about Wish. Really, it was like a passing mention every now and again. I didn't hear much people excited for it. I didn't see much people having much of an interest in it. Most people just didn't seem to care. But that is this part of it with what it goes, because I don't know, from what I saw of the trailer, I wasn't interested. Nothing about it said to me like, hey, this is going to be something really good. We should check this out. This is going to be great. We should give this a look. Nothing about it to me said that. Now, they were predicting that this was going to do bad at the box office in its opening week, but it didn't just do bad. It's yet another flop for Disney as they continue down this road of massive flops because they don't want to stop. But some information has come out as to why. But before that, let's get into this bit of news from Variety. Disney's bleak box office streak. Wish is the latest crack in the studio's once invincible armor. Yeah, because in I think it was 2018 or 2019, Disney had about 7 or 8 movies that did over $1 billion. Now, they can't put out $1 billion movie to save their life. Honestly, they can't put out $1 billion movie to save their life because they just keep producing a lot of garbage that nobody's interested in. The magic just isn't there. And the fact is, people just don't trust their children with Disney anymore. You can't go to watch a Disney movie because Disney used to be the family brand. You can't trust to say, okay, we're going to watch this Disney movie because it's a family-based movie. It's really good. No, you never know what's going to be in there. And people don't want their children exposed to that, but Disney doesn't seem to care. So this is what keeps happening. Let's take a bit of what they have to say here in this article. Wish misfired in its opening weekend, extending Disney's bleak box office fortunes. The animated musical fable about the wishing star that so many Disney characters have wished upon over the studio's century-long history failed to become the de facto choice for families around Thanksgiving. Wish opened in third place with a dull $31.7 million over a 5-day holiday, a far cry from Disney's past Turkey Day feast. Perhaps King Magnifico, the movie's villain voiced by Chris Pine, is holding hostage the wishes of Disney executives. I know that the king is the villain, but I really don't know the story because I really had no interest in it whatsoever. Instead of recapturing the studio's magic, Wish joins a long list of its underperforming 2023 tentpoles, such as the Marvel's massive flop, Indiana Jones and the Disappointment of Destiny massive flop, The Haunted Mansion flop, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania massive flop, this summer's The Little Mermaid flop, 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 flop. Didn't completely flounder with 569 million worldwide, but considering the fact that they needed that movie to get over $1 billion to try and save some kind of face, that is a flop. I mean, The Little Mermaid, even though it made 569 million worldwide, that's still a loss of about probably like a little over $250 million. And again, the $250 million would have been to break even. And movies don't, and companies don't make movies to break even. They make movies to make a profit. So that needed to make over $1 billion, but no. So Wish flopped, as all these Disney movies continue to do, because they don't seem to get it. I mean, I had no interest in this person whatsoever. She didn't seem interesting to me. Nothing that presented about her was interesting. I don't care about this thing that I believe was supposed to be a star because it did not seem interesting. And I think this girl here had a goat or something. So it just didn't say, this is interesting, watch this to me. It didn't. It just was not there. And why wasn't it there? Well, because Disney had to screw it up again. Now, if you think I'm just saying that, And let's see what some animators from Disney have to say. Disney Animators reportedly revealed Wish was a disaster behind the scenes. I will not doubt that at all. Film threats Chris Gore and Alan Nagel, this is this. And the thing about it is that they really ripped into that movie. Chris Gore and Alan really ripped into that movie and talked about what of a problem it really was. And apparently some people reached out to them and confirmed certain things. But let's go on. Have some inside info about the making of Wish and why it is so amazingly weak regarding its animation or lack thereof. This is in addition to the story and inserted wokeness, of course, but purely about how downright pale, flabby, and under-animated the movie is. The trailer just didn't do anything for me at all. Alan points out things like the choice of framing were done to hide the inability of the animators to depict a horse walking. Jesus Christ, you are people who can't do their work now. He referenced some scenes where Magnifico rides a horse doing it all in his semi-close-up, probably because the inexperienced, inept animators cannot animate a horse's legs and movements believably. Shocking, considering this is supposed to be the commemorative 100 years of Disney animation benchmark movie for the Walt Disney Company. Well, when you've had, let's say, 100, let's say 90 something, let's say about 95 years of quality work, and then you spend the last 5 years destroying that, what do you expect? Oh, the name is Asher. Okay. After Alan's scathing review, actual animators from inside Disney, current and former, reached out to Alan and Chris Gore to express their frustrations and detail how the film was changed in the production process from the original intentions. Now listen to everything I'm about to divulge here, because it exposes a lot of what I have been saying a lot of the time and what Disney has been doing and why these movies continue to flop. The film was, believe it or not, supposed to be all about the classic Disney theme, When You Wish Upon a Star. Okay? But, well, the corporate culture at Disney warped all of that. Yes, because it was supposed to be about when you wish upon a star, but no, we can't have that. We need to change that. I'm telling you, these Disney executives, like they sit around in a dark room, shooting themselves up with liquefied identity politics or something, and this is why they just keep making these god-awful decisions. Continue on. First of all, the pressure from management to hire, listen to the people based on their sex or ethnicity over talent caused much friction, and many of the talented animators of the past, Disney greats, left in frustration, leaving behind a culture where the remaining people are being suppressed and are afraid for their jobs. This is not big news and not shocking to me, because the very same thing happens in comics. And I've been saying that for quite some time. And somebody come out here and exposed it. People are being hired based on their sex or ethnicity. It doesn't matter if you're good at your job. You understand me? It doesn't matter if you're good at your job. If you have 3 people to choose from, one white, one black, one, I don't know, Spanish or something, and out of these 3 people, the person who's white is the best at their job, the best animator could do that. No, they must not be hired, because that's wrong. Instead, you will hire the other 2 who don't know what they're doing based solely on their skin color. And if one of them identifies as something, or the other one happens to be gay or whatever the new term they call it now, I don't know, is that even more you will hire them. But when you see people with talent, they are not being hired based solely on their skin color and who they sleep with. That is it. So corporate Disney stuck their nose in, and now you're getting confirmation that, they are out there doing this shit. The anonymous sources who reached out all used the word activist to describe what was going on and how such people were openly attempting to overthrow the traditional animators and talents in the company. I've said this before. They are hiring a bunch of activists, and these people are dangerous. They are dangerous because their very way of thinking is disgusting. They are out there to bully and destroy people so they can get their way. And what they want is to burn these companies to the ground. They don't care about Disney. They don't care about Disney. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about anything like that. They want to destroy all of this because they believe that somehow it's the best thing to do. And anybody who tries to stop them is a problem. That's what these people are. That's who is being hired. And this is what's going on. When you see people using the word like activists, yes, because that's what these people are doing. They disturbed individuals. Alan explained that the film's director at the press screening he attended described the main character to the film's composer or songwriter as an activist, which, let's face it, isn't exactly a character attribute that should inspire songwriting in any movie, let alone the Disney 100-year tentpole. Gore points out that American entertainment is shrinking and especially losing appeal overseas because this all-American wokeness is not appreciated or expected acceptable in these places. And we already know of Disney's own editing of their stuff for Chinese releases to pay their party boss masters. They are happy to make their party boss masters. They are happy. Yeah, Disney pretends like they're all this and that and the other, but they will change things for China. And they don't make things for families anymore. That's why people are getting sick of it. You have to understand something. All this madness that is going on in the United States is not acceptable across the rest of the world. People want to watch things with decent stories and good animation and good things in it, and they want to enjoy themselves. Not you pushing an agenda every freaking day of the week and then acting like if everybody doesn't jump on board, they're wrong. So yes, Wish flopped and is flopping at the box office because why? They exposed it here. I'm not making it up, they exposed it here. It was supposed to be about when you wish upon a star, but no, corporate culture at Disney came in and said, hey, you know what? That ain't right. Let's activists and you know, let's just identity politics the hell out of this. That's what we should do. And then we go on here to say, you know, the pressure from management to hire people based on their sex or ethnicity. So you're hiring people because, okay, we need as many women in here as possible, even if they don't know what they're doing. We need as many people of different races and things in here, even if they don't know what they're doing. We need as many gay, transgender, non-binary, but whatever god awful term it is, in here as much as possible, even though they don't know what they're doing. And when the film flops, blame everybody else but ourselves. Well, let me tell you something. The only thing Disney have left to do at this point is wish and hope to God, and they could make a backtrack. But like I've said before many a time, Disney is determined to die on this woke hill. Good for them. Let other people and then other people make things and do better. Now is the time, if you are a creative with an idea, to start making and producing your own materials and stay away from these people because they will destroy everything. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, try to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell if I ever upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.